All right, guys, we'll get this going. The Atlas training for Thursday. Tonight we're going to really cover up like some big upcoming events, and then I kind of want to talk to you about like why you want to go RVP, like why that matters, what that looks like. But more importantly, just getting going and learning that going fast is really the key to this business. If you come in and you like just sort of fiddle around with this and just sort of like dip your toe in and like back out, like eh, it's never really going to work, right? I mean, I don't know, some of you guys may or may not be religious, but like in the Christian faith, it says don't be lukewarm in your faith. And that applies to a lot of things. Like, don't be lukewarm in anything, guys. Don't be lukewarm in a relationship. Don't be lukewarm in your business. Like, go in and give yourself a shot, but go hard for 90 days and just see what the heck happens. What's the worst thing that happens if you give something your all for 30, 60, 90 days? I don't care what it is. Fitness, relationship, self-development. I don't know. I like go give that a shot, but bet on yourself for 90 days and just see what happens. Okay. And Miss Jen Davenport over there saying hi. What's up, girl? See you. Hey guys, do me a favor. Put it in the Zoom chat really quick because everybody should be able to. I want everybody to see this. What state are you like dialing in from? Where are you in the country? And kind of like let everybody see this really quick. Where are you? Because I'm in Florida, right? You're going to see a whole lot between South Carolina, Georgia. Look, we got Michigan, Arizona. Kyle's like all slap all the way across the country. Paul's in Alabama, right? Big pocket on the East Coast, right? So like Florida, Florida, Georgia, and then up into South Carolina, right? Some up in Michigan, some in like I said, Arizona, right? But biggest pocket is sort of concentrated in the southeast right now. But guys, all 50 states, it doesn't matter. Now, Hawaii and Alaska are a little wonky, so we'll say lower 48, but nationwide, right? We're everywhere. So let me hit a screen share. Let me like go over some things really quick because I don't want you guys to miss some of the big stuff that we have coming up right now. Dang it. Hold on. Hold on. Something happened on my computer and everything is like backwards on me all of a sudden. It's driving me nuts. But that's okay. We'll get it figured out. All right. Here we go. So right now, right? So the next big thing that just got announced today is Andy put out the one app promotion. Well, for those of you that are like brand new, you should be excited as hell because that means literally one app and you can increase your commission contract forever. So one app of 1,000 gets you promoted. What does that mean though? 1,000 in annual premium or 83.34 a month. Basically 84 bucks a month times 12, right? That's your annual premium. One of those gets you promoted once, do it again, and you're all the way to 60% contract. It's never going to be easier, right? This applies if you're brand new. It also applies if you've been around for a minute and we just need to get your contract up. That's okay. So one app gets you bumped. If it's a little bit smaller life app, right? So 50 bucks a month would be 600 AP. It takes two of those little jokers, but that's going to push you over as well, right? So whatever that looks like no limit, right? So if you went three apps and they were all 1,000 AP, you'd be at 60% contract once you got licensed. Okay. If you have questions on that, I will go back and entertain questions because I know that's one that always kind of throws people off. But guys, mark your calendars right now, right? March 10th, Redline, right? So Andy and Brittany, when they crossed the $1 million income threshold last year, they became the fastest in company history to do it. We were a part of that. We're going up on March 10th of the next month, right? March 10th to do like their own like recorded TV broadcast for PFN TV. So Primerica Financial News Network or some stuff. But it's live from home office. It's Art and Angela Williams Theater. Guys, like we are essentially going to go take over home office and everyone is invited. Now, there's something else that you can earn, right? So you can earn a stay with Andy and Brittany in like the VIP house. So we're already there, right? We earned it this past month. And so like the 4 slots that are available to earn plus the like the golden lottery ticket slot, any production that I'm doing is not going to count. So don't freak out, right? Like, so that's why I'm not on the list, right? But yeah, everybody can come. If you're in South Carolina, it's like a 3 hour drive. I think from Serena's house, we Google mapped it the other day. It's like a 3 hour and 20-minute drive. You could literally drive up that morning, worst case, be there and be home that night. You wouldn't even have to stay overnight if you didn't want to. But you can, okay? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start figuring out who the heck's planning to come, see what we can do. I want to do some sort of like team event, like outside of whatever we have going on with the entire hierarchy. Love to just get our Atlas team together because the more we can plug in together, right, the more real this whole thing is going to feel for you guys. But yeah, don't miss this. Okay. Don't miss this. Don't miss this chance. Like guys, that is Primerica home office, right? It's in Duluth, Georgia. It's at One Primerica Parkway, and it's a huge building. I've only ever been there once, and I've been in the business a little over 2 years. So let's go. I'd love to see everybody. All right. Here's how you can earn it. All right. Top 4 in personal premium, and this goes the entire month of February, basically from a few days ago until March 3rd. Whoever is the highest in personal premium. Plus, there's going to be like one lottery ticket winner, and you're going to get a ticket, basically like an entry for every life app over 600 AP. Meaning, if you only did one life app and you weren't even on the list close to winning, but they call your name, somebody's going to win, right? And super important because everybody gets a shot. And if you're coming, you're going to stay like in this bougie VIP Airbnb that Andy and Brittany already booked. All right. So don't miss that. And it counts for you and your trainer, right? Now, if there's a tie, like say you and your trainee are tied for the premium, the trainee gets the tiebreaker, right? So trainers, you should be helping more than one person, but the trainee, right? You guys would get the tiebreaker. All right. Last thing, this is the next East Coast Builder School link. So that link, the QR code right there, if you scan that, you get a link. Go book your ticket. I'll pull up my rep ID for when you log in um, and register. Tickets right now, guys, are only 25 bucks, right? That early bird ticket is 25 bucks. Even if you can't come in person or you're unsure if you can come in person, get a ticket right now because it will get you a Zoom link for the actual event and you get recordings of everything that's happened of all of the previous East Coast Builder School events as well. Okay. So, I mean, guys, May in Clearwater, Florida is about the most perfect time of year to be in Florida because it's not ridiculously hot yet. The weather is amazing. Trust me, this is where you want to be. And depending on the size of like ticket sales and numbers that we have coming, Melissa and I have talked about we'll probably do something big for the team if like especially if we're getting a large number of people coming down. And the other thing that you guys should consider and think about is if you're coming down, right? Get like let's get an Airbnb early for you guys. That way we have one place for the team to kind of like home base out of. Does that make sense? Because like definitely want to bring the team together, have everybody kind of in one place. Okay. Questions on
Who's
that?
sweating?
Destiny, I need to meet you, girl. There you go. Boom. All right. 41. We're almost there. 9 more people. Go get 9 more people. I want to hit 50. Why? Because we've never done it. And I want to have 50 on our own freaking meeting. Go get 9 more people. Where is everybody at? I don't care. I don't care if you tell your spouse to log in on their phone and we hit 50. I want to see 50 on the freaking Zoom. Okay. But tonight, the thing that I want you guys to understand is I want to kind of give you my story really quick because I think it's important for everyone to understand and like know like how Melissa and I got started in the business. And then I really want to show you the power of why you want to get to a high commission contract during training. Okay. So for those of you that have never met me, don't know me yet, I grew up in Southern California, grew up broke, right? In a small town, broke family. Parents didn't go to college. I'm the first person in my family to go to college, have multiple degrees. I went to West Point. I have a couple of different master's degrees, right? So the Army did amazing for me along the way. I'm a helicopter pilot. spent a bunch of time inside the special operations community. So like my background is very diverse, but a lot of people, if they didn't know that, right, they would assume that I came from a lot of money. I like have like silver spoon type pedigree. Mm-mm, far from it. Self-made, self-taught, and just nothing but grit and hard work, guys. And that should be sort of like motivating to you because like if you roll back me to like 19, 18, 17, I promise you my upbringing looks a lot like everybody else's, right? Broken family, parents in and out of jail, a lot of weird stuff going on, right? Guys, like the things that you are like going through or the things that have happened to you in the past are sort of like shaping events, but they're in the past. And if you keep looking back there, right? Think about your car, right? Your rearview mirror is like this big and your windshield is massive because the things in front of you are way more important than the things behind you. That you have to remember that, right? And so one thing that you'll find is the longer you stay in this business and the more you plug in to me, the more I will coach you mentally on just your mindset and just life. And the business is sort of like an afterthought in a lot of cases. It's a self-improvement plan with a paycheck is the way really to think about it. And I promise you, if you plug in long enough, and for those of you that have been around for more than a few months, or even those of you that have just been around for like more than a few weeks, you can't be around me and not love this business. You can't. It's impossible. Like 100% impossible because I get the opportunity to sit down with people daily, give them an education in money and finance. And if they implement the things that we teach them, I'm talking about like changing their lives financially forever and changing their lives generationally forever. And I don't mean people in the business. I'm talking about clients, right? Like Zach and Elizabeth. How old are you guys? You can unmute yourself or you can throw it in the Zoom chat.
I'm 26 and she's 22.
Okay, so 26 and 22. I'm going to use your guys' ages tonight. I'm going to do a real quick demo on the high cost of waiting
Mhm.
and what happens when I get in like when I get a hold of somebody your age and I teach you how to start investing and pay yourself first. What happens if you start now versus if you wait 10 years, right? We'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
But guys, really like truly like what you have to understand is you are in a business of unlimited income potential. Unlimited. Think about this. No one has ever worked somewhere where you could walk into your boss's office, right? You walking into my office is the equivalent of shooting me a text message and me answering, right? You walk into my office and you say, "No, I need to make 10 grand this month." And if you're licensed, I'll say, "Cool, let's go." And I'm gonna pull up a freaking calculator and we're gonna back out the math and I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to go do. Right? But think about your last job or your current job or whatever. If you walked into your boss's office and said, "Hey, boss, I need to make 10 grand," he's going to say, "Great, wait 4 months." Right? That's what he's going to say. Or he's going to laugh and he's going to say, "Cool, go get me another cup of coffee." I don't know, maybe, right? But like he is sure not in the world going to tell you, like, sit you down and like on a napkin really fast, write down and show you what you need to do. But watch this. You come into me or you come to me and say, "Hey, Noah, I need to make X number of dollars." And we're going to pull out the calculator together and we're going to go just like this, right? We're going to say, I don't know, what do you need to make? You need to make 3 grand? Cool. 3 grand divided by 75%, because that's everyone's advance rate. Because we care about what goes into your checking account, not what you've made. Well, you need to get advanced 4 grand, and what the heck's your contract? For most of you, it should at least be 50% minimum. If you're at a 50% contract, guys, and you need to make 3 grand in your checking account, go write 8,000 in annual premium, which means you need to go help 4 married clients or 8 individuals and write them at 1,000 annual premium. Guys, you could do that in a day and in about 48 hours have 3 grand in your checking account. I mean, did I just speak to somebody? 4 married clients. That's 1 married client a week. Guys, this is not a business of like like running like thousands of appointments to hopefully get paid 15, $20 an appointment, right? I mean, I won't say the name of the company, but it rhymes with Shake Parm. And if you write a bunch of different things, but you don't hit your quotas in all of them, you don't get paid your full commission. And oh, by the way, they cap you at whatever your annual earnings are. Well, that's disgusting. Their annual earning cap, because one of their agents works with us now, right? I talked to her 2 days ago. She goes, yeah, I had to leave. Like the annual cap was like 50, 60 grand. And I about threw up. Guys, I made 42 grand in 1 month a year ago. In a month. I'd have been capped out with them in 6 weeks. Why would I work there? Why that's a waste of my time. People ask me all the time, Noah, why do you work for Primerica? I said, well, one, I work for myself. Thank you. Two, Primerica provided me an opportunity to own my own business and my own brokerage. And three, because the compensation program here is unlike anything else. Guys, you realize when one of us writes a life insurance policy, Primerica takes 190% of the annual premium in terms of compensation and pays it to agents. What? Well, let me explain. In a life insurance business, the first 2 years of every policy, the company writes off as a loss. Why? Because the first year's commission generally goes to pay agents and managers and blah, 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 right? And then the second year's commission policies goes to pay Jake and his khakis, Mahomes and Otto, the duck, the Flo, the lizard. Guess what we don't have? A duck, a Flo, a lizard, right? If I don't have some little general running around that I got to pay for, guess what I get to do? I get to pay you more. You're the advertising, you're the duck, you're the lizard, right? Liz, you could probably be a great Flo for Halloween. You got the hair going. You could do it, right? I mean, but that's the difference. They keep 10% out of 200%. That's what they use to run that one building and pay all of the W-2 salaried staff at home office. There is no compensation plan in this industry of financial services like the one we have at Primerica. Guys, we're at 42. We need 8 more. Come on. Somebody can find us 8 more people. I need 50 on the friggin' Zoom. Come on. Help me. We're doing this. Come on. This is like a test. We got to be able to do it. Just like we're shooting for like helping like breaking our premium record right now. I want 50 on the friggin' Zoom chat. I don't care how we do it. I just want 50. Give me 8 more. Preferably 9. Let's break it. Let's hit 51. But guys, let me show you why you want to go fast in this business. And I'm going to pull the PowerPoint up that we had a second ago because there's a piece of this that I built from back in the day, right? So there's really nothing new in the business, guys. We just kind of recycle everything. Put it in the Zoom chat right now, guys. Tell me who wants to make 100 grand online from home this year? Anybody? Or is it just me? Just me? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, listen, it's okay. This is exactly what Andy told me. He goes, "Hey, no, look, if you do exactly what I tell you to do, you're gonna make 100 grand online from home in the next year." And I told Melissa that right after I met with Andy, and she goes, "What? You're crazy." I was like, "I don't know. It's what he said. What's the worst thing that happens? We give it a shot and we only make 50. Darn." Guys, set your bar up here. And if you miss it and you land here, well, hell, you're still way farther ahead. Sorry, I got a hiccup. You're still way farther ahead. But look, here's your road to 100 grand. You get to a 70% contract, you're going to make a $3,000 bonus. This was my exact game plan, right? I went 15 by 15 in the beginning. I made a $3,000 bonus. I was at 70% and then at 80 almost immediately after that. And look, here's the math. 3 clients a week, 2,100 a week. There's 52 weeks in a year, 109. That's it. Guys, when you start breaking it down into like day by day or week by week, and you stop worrying about how you're going to make 100 grand, make the first 1,000. Make the first 1,000. But guys, here's what happens. Here's what we have to do. Look, you're not in a selling business. You're in a showing business. And most people will fail in their Primerica business because they don't ever have a lack of skill. They lack getting in front of someone and being told no. So don't worry about it. We're in a business of showing. If you show enough value to a client, they're going to move forward. It's literally impossible. Look, you live in a referral marketing system. You have to understand that this is a referral-based business. And whether that's a referral from a happy client or a referral from an agent and then another agent and then another, it doesn't matter. It's all warm and hot market marketing, which means you're never going to sit in front of a stranger. Because if you take me on an appointment with your brother, aunt, cousin, uncle, whatever, and you introduce me, we ain't strangers no more. You brought me. You wouldn't bring a stranger. Guys, that's the mentality. Like, that's why we call it a kitchen table appointment. Because before Zoom, you would show up, you would bring somebody to somebody's house, you would sit down, go through a presentation and talk over it, right? I'm gonna pet the dog, I'm gonna drink some sweet tea. Guys, we're family. I'm coming in the back door probably, right? And so that's the thing that you have to understand. And check this out. These are the easiest apps for promotions. You and your spouse, you should be your own first client. Your first kitchen table appointment should be you and your spouse. If you don't have a spouse, it should be you and your parents or you and your most important person in your life. I don't really care who it is, but that's who it should be because how can I really expect you to go sort of like start to self-market and get in front of people if you've never even looked at it yourself? It doesn't make any sense. Why would I ask you to go show someone how great something is when you don't even know? That'd be like you trying to sell a Ford, right? And you drive a Honda. It'd be kind of weird, right? There's a disconnect there. It's incongruous. It doesn't make any sense. And so this is your hot and warm market. Like as we're thinking about this, you and your spouse, your parents, your significant other's parents, who would be at your wedding? Who was at your wedding? I don't know. Let's make a list. Your best friends and their spouses, friends and coworkers, adult children if you have them, right? Or if you are one, let's talk to your parents. Coworkers, church, sporting activities. Like you should be making a list of 20 people to start, and then that becomes the seed of your 1,000 name list. And you're always putting people on and you're always taking people off. But if you're just making a list and not calling anybody, that's like grabbing a bunch of seeds for a farm and never planting anything. Well, guess what? If you don't plant it, you can't harvest. Okay? And so here's kind of another way to look at this too. In the beginning, if you don't get a license and do field training, right? You can get your license, but if you don't know what to do with it, that's going to be really hard to like implement. Okay? And so if you don't get a license, let me turn on my little like handy dandy flashlight guy here. Look, if you get your license, but you have no idea what to do with it, now you need to take a trainer with you. You have no team to start with, you have no overrides, right? You go do a sale at 84 bucks a month. It's still 1,000 in premium, but you're essentially at 12.5% because you had to split the app. Now you just made 125 in compensation when you should have made 250 if you knew what to do with it yourself. But check this out. Go get you to a 50% contract. Go get you a team, right? And write the same app. And now you're getting 500 in compensation because you don't need to split anybody. You know exactly what to do. And if you have a team of licensed people and you're continuing to build that team and recruit, now you're getting 20, 30, 60 new referrals every month as you continue recruiting because those new people are going to set the appointments for you. Whoa, what? Guys, you live in a business where once you're licensed, if you continue to grow and build your team and you teach people to duplicate effectively, you will have a endless lead system and someone else will be setting the appointments. What's the most common thing everyone asked when they came into the business? I'm going to pause the presentation for a minute. The most common things I get asked, how do I get paid? Where do my leads come from? Those are the most two common questions. And so pay is easy, right? It's a direct compensation plan. Compensation is your commission times annual premium, plus whatever other referral products you're moving. Life, investments, mortgages, home auto, small business, legal shield, identity theft, Vivint. Guys, there are 7 ways to get paid right now. That's insane. And you only need a license for 3 of them: life insurance, investments, and mortgages. The other ones are referral products, depending on the state. I can go into that too if we need to tonight. But here, let me set you free, guys. If you're brand new in the Zoom chat, like if you're brand new in the business within the last 2 weeks, you don't have a license yet, you're still relying on somebody else, put me in the Zoom chat right now. 44, we're getting closer. We need 6 more. We're getting there. We're getting there. One, two, three, four. And there's more than that. Five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 12. Guys, look, if you're brand new in the business right now, your only focus should be like two pieces, right? You got to smash your licensing curriculum as fast as possible. You just got to just bang through it. Just get through the dang thing. Get through it as fast as possible. And then you need to set some freaking client appointments so you can go put me or your trainer in front of someone so we can show them what you're doing. There's never going to be an easier way to increase your commission forever and build a bonus. Guys, you get a bonus for every one new teammate and every 1,000 in premium. One by one is a $200 bonus. It's unlimited. Are you ever going to have an easier time of increasing your commission and getting paid to smile and nod like a bobblehead while someone else does the work? No, you're not. Your only job is set the appointment and then basically set me in front of somebody, like wind me up and let me go. Let me give them an amazing presentation. Let me blow them away with the company and what you're going to be doing. Who wants to put me in front of somebody right now just so that they can shut them up because they're getting told like, oh God, it's a scam. Don't do this. It's a friggin' pyramid scheme. Put me in front of somebody and then let them tell me that. Please. I love it. I relish the opportunity to get in front of someone to let them tell me that it's a freaking pyramid scheme. I love it. I say, great. That's amazing, right? Like, Mark, do me a favor. Like, what's a pyramid scheme? Jim, what's a pyramid scheme? Like, and then they're gonna go, oh, it's one of those things where the guy at the top makes all the money off the guy at the bottom. And I say, cool, like your job. And they get all like bristly. And I'm like, well, I mean, do you get paid more than your boss? And they say, well, no, but can you make more money than your boss ever? Well, no. I said, really? Because I made more money than my boss last week and the week before that, and numerous other times because I grind and I hustle. And bro was taking a nap because he made $1 million last year. He don't really give a rip. He's kind of chilling. He's back on his grind. He's gonna make a lot of money again. But who works for the pyramid scheme, right? People just don't understand financial brokerages. They don't understand insurance. They don't understand real estate. They think the guy at the top making all the money off the guy at the bottom is like, no, 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 no. The guy at the top is a broker. Everyone else inside is an agent. I make money off of all of the agents because I assume all the risk and I own the brokerage. So business owners make money when employees come to work, but nobody calls that a pyramid scheme. Guys, people just don't understand and they put labels on things when, oh, what the heck? Can you guys still hear me? No?
I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I could like see you guys, your guys' cameras were moving, mine was not. So I don't know, aliens.
You just froze.
Okay, well I'm back. Because you can still hear me, right? No? All right. Well, whatever. Um, aliens, right? The Chinese are watching. But guys, like that's what happens with people. They get all spazzed and they don't understand what they're talking about, and so they label it. Hmm, that's what happens. I say, listen, if you really thought that your person that you care about was in a pyramid scheme, wouldn't they at least sit down with you on an appointment to make sure that you're not in some sort of pyramid scheme? Guys, if someone's like hesitant to sit on an appointment with you, use it. Be like, hey, I maybe I am in a pyramid scheme. I don't know. Would you sit on an appointment with me just to make sure I'm not getting like taken advantage of? Ask them. Ask them. Right? Guys, like here's the crazy thing. How many of you how many of you know a real estate agent or a realtor or someone in real estate of any kind, right? Most people do. And most people know that when a realtor sells a house, they get a commission, right? It's pretty obvious. And so the thing about that business versus ours is it's really no different. Every time you help a client, you get paid a commission. The thing that's gross about real estate is that every realtor, when they sell a home, they have to pay a stager, they have to pay a photographer, they have to pay the broker. Interesting. So they're going to get their cut and then they have to be, right? It's kind of like 10% for the big guy. We won't get political, but like they have to give them a cut up to a certain threshold every year. But if you go make a sale in Primerica and you make 500 bucks, you make 500 bucks. If you make 500 bucks and you get to keep all of your money, do you care that somebody else, i.e. me or somebody else in your upline that trained you along the way is also going to make a couple bucks? If it didn't come out of your pocket, do you care? I don't give a rip. I'm going to go back and do the math at some point and figure out exactly how much Andy and Brittany have made off of everything that I've done in 2 years. But I ain't going to go ask them for a cut because bro trained me and brought me into a business where I've made almost 600 grand in 2.5 years. Whoo. And ownership and equity. Oh, by the way, because once you're a regional vice president and you're fully licensed, every quarter you earn equity in the company. The company gives you stock based on your production that you've earned. What? Holy smokes, right? So over the last 2.5 years, we've made almost $560,000 and we've earned 131 shares of Primerica stock. What? Has anyone looked at the Primerica stock price lately? I have, right? I check it because I care. And if you haven't, let's do it together because here's a fun little exercise, right? And I'll show you how to look up how much the company is worth too. All right. So check this out. Check this out. So if you ever just get curious, right? Go stock price and it will load. Today, 291.28, right? So Primerica stock price is 291.28. And if you look down here, right? The market cap for the company is $9.72 billion. Oof. That's large cap status set, guys, right? You hit 10 billion, you're a large cap stock. That's huge. Guys, we are a Fortune 1000 company. We're worth almost $10 billion. Somebody do me a favor, pull out your handy dandy calculator, do 131 times 291 and put it in the Zoom chat. How much is that? $38K. Thank you, Primerica. We've earned almost 40,000 in equity in the company in the last 2 years since we've been here. You don't earn equity unless you're a regional vice president. RVP is the place to be, guys. RVP is where your life changes in the business because now you're at 110% commission plus a 20% bonus monthly if you earn your bonus. Holy Toledo. What? So let's figure out what the bonus is going to be, right? Let's figure out the bonus. So right now, the base has processed about 51,000 in premium. We got a little bit more that's going to process today. Will probably be by tomorrow, like 55,000 in premium. Okay. Times 20% times your quality of business. Okay. So right now our QBI is 63.25%. Oh, no. 0.25%. That'd have been a hell of a number and I would have received it. So right now, when February cash kicks over on February 7th, 8th, that's what we're going to be starting the month with as a bonus. Guys, what's 7 times 12? 84, right? An average RVP running a $50,000 base shop should be making about 80 grand a year in a bonus. Bonus. I'll say it again for the people like half asleep. Bonus. Bonus. That's day one of February cash. I know we talk about helping people. We talk about what we do for people. And guys, and that is always right and it is always just. But let's be real for a minute. Let's strip away all the nonsense. Everybody came here to make money. Be honest with yourself. But if you can make money while getting an education in money and finance while helping people, where's the downside? There isn't one. There is zero downside in this business. I'm going to make you better. You're going to get self-reliant. You're going to become mentally stronger. You're going to start to believe in yourself. Because let's be honest, a lot of us grow up just getting shat on, right? You just get beat down. Everybody tells you you suck and you're not worthy and you're not good enough. Guess what? Here, you're good enough. I promise you. Peter Schneider is the president of Primerica. We have a CEO and a president and like COO, C-suite type. He said at a leadership event, it was a few months ago, other companies inside of financial services, right? They will find reasons and ways to keep people out. Out. We find ways to bring more people in. Guys, everybody gets a shot. Everybody gets a shot, right? And I was telling Serena this the other day. Serena, if you guys don't know, is brand new. She's been here for like 3 weeks, maybe going on 4. She's going to pass her life exam next week. She also has cerebral palsy. Stay with me on this for a second, right? No one has given her a fair shake at doing anything. Everyone just assumes what she can't do. I assume that she can come in and crush it because she's a freaking genius and she's going to work her tail off. And I said, girl, if you bring that kind of passion and you can start to like just duplicate and sound like me and sit on enough appointments, you will be massively successful. Put me in the Zoom chat right now if Serena recruited you. If you're here right now and Serena ran your recruiting appointment solo, put me in the Zoom chat. I'm just curious if anybody's actually here that she's recruited directly. Because she's recruited like 6 or 7 people, like solo, independent on her own. Guys, that's amazing. She closed her very first ever recruiting appointment on her own because she had the script, she had put in the work, she had practiced, and she freaking closed it. This is a business about opportunity, guys. And everybody gets a shot. The guy that built this company, his name Art Williams, in the beginning, he said, look, there's never been a test, nor will there ever be a test that can tell someone the heart of a man or a woman for this business, or for any business for that matter. So in that case, everyone gets a shot. We don't discriminate. The only thing that will discriminate in this business is will you do it? Will you do the work? Will you put in the grind? Will you accept no? If I challenge you to get 100 no's, like are you man or woman enough to like go accept that? Because it's gonna sting. And until you get used to that, and then like until you understand and you can't take it personally that it's not no to you, it's just no, not right now. or it's no, I'm too closed-minded, that's on them. It's not on you. Your job is to introduce the player to the game and see who's ready to get on the field and go. That's it, right? And then get in front of some clients. We're at 45. I need 5 more. I know we can do it, guys. We got 18 minutes and we need 5 more. Please. This is the most we've had in a long time in one of our meetings. Go find me 5 more people that just aren't here and need to be. Come on. Now, Zach and Liz, I told you guys I would show you what it looks like for you and why we need to get somebody like you, your age specifically. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pin you guys so we can have a conversation here really quick. Add a pin. All right, boom. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Where'd you go? What the heck? All right, we're off to the side. That's okay. So check it out, guys. Zach, you're 20. I'm gonna use Elizabeth because she's a little bit younger. Elizabeth, you're 22. 22. So look, guys, if we can figure out how to start paying you and you pay yourselves $100 a month until retirement age at 67, that's about $750,000, right? Let's call it 150, because at about 150 a month, I should help you become a millionaire pretty quickly, right? Now watch this. The high cost of waiting says that if you wait about 10 years to do the exact same thing, you're going to lose in the end over half of what you should have had. Okay, so watch. If you wait until 32 and do the exact same thing, you just lost 700 grand. Now, that 10 years of waiting, you need 2.5 times what you were going to do before just to get where you would have been had you started early, right? So 2 times 150 is 300. Add another half, that's another 125. So about 425. So now it's going to take you 425 a month to get back just where you would have been in the beginning. The math doesn't change. Every 10 years you wait, you backslide, you drop back right where you were. Now it's going to take about 2.5 times to get you into the exact same place. Because look, you're shrinking how long you have to let your money grow and compound. So 2 times this is 850. Add another half on. We'll just call it 1,050, and we'll see what happens, right? Because now you're 42. Now it's going to take you, amen. Look, the math doesn't ever lie, guys. The math never lies. So if I can teach you at your age right now how to pay yourself about 150 bucks a month, and I can help you become a millionaire, or would you rather wait 20 years and have it take you almost 10 times as much money just to get to the exact same place? Let me help you now, right? Because if I can teach you now how to start paying yourself more, you're just going to get used to it, right? If I made you get down right now, Zach, and do 100 push-ups, you could do it, you might not. But if you did it every day for 100 days, on day 100, you're going to get down and give me like 300 and not even blink. That's conditioning. That's training. You have to train your brain to do things that it's not used to doing. You have to learn how to pay yourself first. Guys, if you've been making $1,000 a month for 5 years and all of a sudden you get a raise to $5,000 a month, did you really need the other 4 grand? No. You've been living your life comfortably at $1,000 a month for 5 years. You just got a friggin' 400% pay raise, and now you're like, huh. If you don't save that money, you're going to spend all of that money. And it's just like you put a goldfish into a bigger bowl, it grows into the bowl. Goldfish don't know he ain't supposed to get any bigger. And that's us with our brains and our mentality when it comes to money. If you've never learned that every time you get a raise, you need to pretend half of it never existed, you're going to be broke your entire life. Period. Tell me I'm wrong, right? Because when people get more money, if they're not disciplined and they don't have a plan, they're just going to spend more money. I'm not saying don't have fun, guys. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life, but you have to have a plan that's deliberate and consistent and as a way for you to save money. With us, we call that a MAP account. It's money accumulation program. When you start getting paid in Primerica, you're likely to be getting paid more than you've ever been paid before. Haley Spires is a great example. Haley has made almost 7 grand this month, which would have taken her almost 4 months of work previously. And I said, listen, girl, I know you're working on paying some bills off and everything, but you need to increase your MAP account right now. She said, done. I said, take it from 25 to 33%. You're not going to feel it, but you need to start saving more money now. Because if you've never made 7 grand in a month and all of a sudden there's 7 grand in your checking account, that's a problem. But because you go and spend it. Period. But if it goes into your MAP account and a third of it you never even saw, well, guess what? When you need it, a third of it will still be there. Pay yourself first. This business is about becoming financially bulletproof because if you're financially independent and you're bulletproof, nobody can put their thumb on you. Nobody can make you do anything. That's when you start walking around with FU money. Somebody tells you to do something and you don't want to do it, F you. I don't need this. I don't need this job. I'm out. Right? That's financial bulletproof, guys. That's how you become financially bulletproof. And so that's the power of what we do, guys, right? So like Zach and Elizabeth, like that's what we can do for people, and especially with young people. Guys, I mean, most people think you need like thousands and thousands of dollars to start investing. No, you don't. You need $25 and a decision that you're going to start paying yourself first. I can open any of our retirement accounts. I can open any of our money market accounts with 25 bucks and 25 bucks a month. And if you can't figure out 25 bucks a month, we got way bigger problems. I challenge all of you right now to go look at your statements over the like your just debit card statements or whatever over the last 60 to 90 days and find out how many times you bought Dunkin', Starbucks, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, right? You name it, just go add it up. You don't have to tell me, but just go add it up and then be very, very honest with yourself and say, if I just didn't do half of that next month, I probably have an extra couple of $100. I'm not telling, look, guys, this isn't like a cold turkey thing. This isn't like you got to be like stoic and no fun. And I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate you. Right. This isn't about that, but this is about making hard choices. You have to figure out living right now, like most people aren't willing to live, so that later you can live like nobody else lives. Did that just land on somebody? Like, did that just hit? Because that's real. It's so much easier to do it when you're young. Figure it out. Figure it out now and get freaking financially bulletproof, guys. That's what this business is about. That's truly what this business is about. Because if you can't figure that out now and you won't figure it out for yourself, guess what else you won't ever do? You won't ever figure it out for a client. You won't, right? And so, guys, I want to show you really quick. I'm going to pull something up because in Primerica, everything is trackable, right? Everything is transparent. Like it's all there for the seeing and for the taking. And so this is the Primerica app, right? So this is the app, and I'm doing it from my desktop. If you click this, once you're licensed, some of these things become available, right? So rewards and recognition, your challenge score. Guys, we're number 48 in the country right now, right? I withdrew a couple of apps that I knew weren't going to process because I didn't want to lose the data. So we went down a couple bit. So we're below 61 now. We're back below 60. So what does that mean? If we're going to break our one single month record of 77,000 in premium, now we need to go close about 19,000. That means we need $19,000 a month apps, or we need, $3,600 a month apps. I don't know, or a year, a month. God bless. That'd be crazy. But check it out, right? I want to break records. I want to break records, guys, because if you're breaking records consistently, that means you're growing. It means you're growing. And guys, in this business, if you're not growing, you're dying. Okay. Now I'm going to let this load because I want you guys to see this. This is transparency. Anyone in any business that won't show you their cash flow is lying to you, right? If they won't show you how much they're making, well, why in the hell would you ever believe them when they're saying, "Hey, come check out this opportunity. I think you'd be great at it. I think this would be really good for you." I don't know why the Primerica Now stuff is taking forever, but it'll load in a second. Don't stress, right? Some of you are probably going to like drop your mouth in a second when you see the 12-month cash down here. That's what we've made in the last 12 months. It's called your rolling 12. And then this line above it, when this stupid little spinny guy gets out of the way, is what we've made in cash this month. I'm trying to I'm trying to show you something so that you can see this. Guys, we've been paid over $30,000 this month. That's nuts. That's nuts, right? There's the career cash, there's the career equity. Everything is transparent. Look, the team itself, with only a couple of licensed agents actually doing anything, has almost been paid 10 grand this month. Last year in January, the team got paid 20 grand. Look at that. I want that again. Like you guys should be making 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month as a team. Easy. Easy. Right? So look, here's the records. Look, here's the records. 77, 150. So right now we're at 59, 181. I want we need to break this record. We need to do it. We said it last year in February. I want to break it now. We need 18,000 more in premium. Guys, that's like 18 families. There's a bunch of us here right now that haven't done a single training appointment, probably haven't even looked at our own stuff. If you've wanted to look at your own and you haven't done it yet, and you're willing to do it, and it'll get you an extra promotion right now, why would we wait? Let's freaking do it. Let's do it. Who wants to be a part of like breaking a record and being who wants to do that? Like if you're going to do it, let's do it now, right? And look, well, 2 years ago in February, we had 10 licenses. We had 10 people get licensed in 1 month. Next month, we should crush this. There are so many people like in the queue right now for licensing. We should have 15 people get licensed next month. Go get licensed fast, guys. Go get licensed fast, right? So do me a favor, if you want to help break the record and you want to get yourself promoted faster, go into the Telegram and put me, get me promoted in the Telegram. And over the next couple of days, right, your field trainers are going to start setting appointments. Like we will probably reach out to you tonight. We will probably set some appointments with you over the next like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're going to crush this thing. We're going to break the record. And then we're going to get you promoted. It's going to increase your bonus and it's going to increase your commission forever, right? That's if we're going to do it anyway. Just like your licensing right now, if you're going to get your license anyway, finish the freaking curriculum faster and get the extra $100. Please. It's not my money. It's Primerica's money. Let me help you get more of Primerica's money. Just like the bonus. Guys, like if we're in a position where like somebody's top heavy on premium and they're short on recruits, or they're high on recruits and short on premium, guys, we sprinkle things around. Like some of you have already been like the recipients of me being like the RVP god, fairy godmother, and I sprinkle some like premium dust on you, and all of a sudden your bonus wakes up again overnight, and now you're like, what? Why did my bonus get increased? Because it's not my money, right? It's not my money. If I'm writing personal premium, I'm putting the premium on somebody. Who am I more likely to put the premium on? Somebody who's engaged, somebody who's almost done with their license, someone who's willing to go set appointments, someone like I'm not just going to put it on somebody who's a dud and not going to do anything in their curriculum. I'm not going to do it, right? But if you're engaged and you're working, maybe you're struggling, or maybe you're close to like an extra bonus. Guys, one time I put one app on somebody a couple of days ago. Their bonus jumped $400. Here's why. They had the recruits already in the system. They had one app, they had done their personal app, and it was like 800 AP, right? So it was like $70 a month roughly. I wrote one personal app that was like 1,300. So that little 300 took them over 1,000, and then that other 1,000 took them over again. My one little RVP fairy dust was a $400 you're welcome to somebody. Now they got to go get licensed to get the freaking thing to pay out. Because if you don't get licensed, I don't care what's in the bonus account, you ain't getting paid. The bonus is a like deferred commission, which is why it doesn't pay until you get licensed. Because handing you a commission for something you're not licensed for is illegal. That's why it doesn't pay until you get your license. And the state comes back and says your background's good and your fingerprints are good. And yes, you can legally go write business now. That's called you being appointed. Just because you pass your test on Monday doesn't mean you can go write business Monday afternoon, right? The state has to get all that. It has to issue your license. Your fingerprints have to check out, have to be good. It'll probably take another 4 or 5 days, right? But that means once you pass your license that your bonus is guaranteed to pay. Let's go jack that thing up. But you should already be there because I want your training to be done before you have your license. That way, your day one license, you're licensed to print money. Because every time you help a family now, if you're at a 50% contract, in about an hour, you're going to make $500. Think about this. Haley's licensed, she's at a 70% contract. Right before the meeting, she closed $1,000 AP app, almost to the dollar, right? 1,000 AP. This will be the last thing we do, and I'm gonna let you guys go unless you have any specific questions. I want to leave you with this, right? So it was $83.40 a month times 12. There's the annual premium. Haley's at a 70% contract. In about an hour, Haley made $700. Her advance is just like everybody else's, it's 75%. That means in a couple of days, Haley's direct deposit is $525. But she made 700. The other piece of that, the other 25% gets paid in months 10, 11, 12 in tiny little chunks, and she's going to forget what she wrote, right? So Haley, the other thing I want you to do in your map account is go into add another column for earns and make the percentage 100% into your map account because if you forgot about it 10 months from now, you just need to save the freaking money. Amen? Pretend it didn't exist. Put it into savings. Okay? So guys, that's the business, right? That's the business. Duplicate, get licensed quick, train some people, recruit some people. If you are having hangups about not getting paid during training, think about going and starting a job at McDonald's. You're going to show up and you're not going to get paid for the first week you're in training, and then you're not going to get paid for the next 2 weeks because your paycheck is going to take 2 weeks to pay because they're going to pay you for the 2 weeks of work that you did. So if you're here and somebody's freaking out because they're not getting paid yet, well, guess what? You wouldn't get paid either anywhere else for about 3 weeks. Haley wants to say something. Come on, girl, get in here. What do you got? Unmute yourself.
I just want to realize that I've been in less than 2 months. My bonus paid out at $1,500. And in the month I've been licensed, because I didn't get appointed till January 3rd, I've already made $6,000. That would have taken me 3 to 4 months at my old job. So if you don't believe it, because I did this as a leap of faith and Noah got behind me. I said, the first 30 days, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. And I've already made more than I would have made in 3 months, 4 months
Yeah.
previously. I mean, maternity leave for 8 weeks, I got $2,500.
For 8 weeks. Haley, you've made in 4 weeks what it would have taken you, 3 months of full-time working away from home, away from the baby, and you've done it at home with her in your lap most of the time.
Most of
Guys,
the time screaming at people on the screen.
yeah, don't let the reason that you started this business become the reason why you don't do the business. I can't tell you how many times I've sat with somebody like, oh, my kids are gonna be loud, my kids this, my kids that. Your kids are the reason you started the freaking business.
No,
Do
Traylon, that's a crazy question.
do not ever, ever, ever use them as your excuse or your reason why, right? Somebody had a question. I'm scrolling down. What was the question?
I said, Traylon, that's a crazy question.
Haley, are you going back to your old job? Oh, yeah. No. Hell no.
I literally told someone today that I recruited. I was like, "You'll hear my 5-month-old." She's like, "Yeah, I was a little worried about that. My daughter likes to talk." I said, "I just say, I'm sorry, my 5-month-old has found her voice. You might hear in the background. I mean,
Guys,
we're people."
all that does is make you a real person to other real people that are worried about what they're thinking they can't do because of the reason you just said, hey, sorry about that.
Yeah.
What better way to show someone that it's real? Guys, like if you're ever on an appointment with me, you're probably gonna hear my dogs go ballistic at some point because my office is right by the front door and they're insane. There's four of them. I'm sorry, right? There's a
I
whole
did an orientation with Sharika and Serena, and my dogs got McDonald's out of the trash can and knocked it all over. And all I could do was laugh, and they were just laughing at me because
there it is, right? There it is.
couldn't do anything.
So guys, I'm super proud of like everybody right now because no matter where you are in the business or in your timeline or whatever, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. There are no accidents, right? There are no accidents in life. There are no coincidences, right? There's no such thing as a coincidence. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, right? God doesn't have coincidences. And whatever that means to you, right? I don't care if it's, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, whatever your God is, like there are no such thing as coincidences, right? God has appointments for you. You finally got on your appointment, and this is just the place where you're supposed to be at this point in time, right? Maybe you'll go to the next level, maybe you won't. But regardless of whether you think you can or can't in this business, you're right. Let that marinate for a second. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So start believing in yourself. Tell yourself you can do it. Wake up and give yourself an affirmation. Hey, I'm going to crush this today. Not I'm going to try. Not I'm hopefully going to do it. Get that gone, right? You can't have those kinds of things like hanging around. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. So right now, what we want to get done, what my goal for the base shop and for the brokerage, we need to break this record. I want 78,000. Hell, I want 100,000. My goal next month for the base is 100 by 100. That means we're going to go write 100,000 in premium and we're going to recruit at least 100 people. Guys, we start consistently running 100 by 100 base shops monthly, we will pop out one, two, three, four, five regional vice presidents in the next 6 to 12 months. It's impossible not to. If we're running those numbers and you go get your licenses, it's impossible not to. So who's next? Who's next? Guys, I did it in 7 months, part-time, while I was still full-time in the Army. Part-time. You just need to consistently make the decision and get really, really tight with your time. Most of us don't have a time problem. We all have the same 168 hours in a week. This is not a time issue. It's a priority issue. Put it on the calendar. Block space for your licensing, block space for your field training appointments, block space for your spouse and your kids. Put that stuff on the calendar, right? iPhone 9, I don't know who you are, but quit. Quit putting yourself down. You have to believe in yourself because you have to believe in yourself or like your clients will not believe in you. The person sitting across from you won't believe in you. And you got to remember that in the beginning, a lot of times people are going to borrow your belief. Taylor, yes, please change it, right? So hit the little three things, change Zoom name, go into your settings for Zoom and change that the way it's there. But yeah, Taylor, girl, you're amazing. You're already licensed. Let's go set some friggin' appointments. Let's show some people what you're doing. Let's get that license and let's put it to work, right? Let's get that thing going. But guys, like, please don't ever quit on yourself because I promise you, none of us will quit on you. If you keep showing up and you keep putting in the effort, none of us will quit on you, ever. People will quit on themselves before I have ever quit on them, ever, right? Because if you're willing to put in the work, it's just a matter of when. So keep showing up, guys. Like just keep showing up and keep doing the work. I promise you, at some point, you will get better, but nothing gets better until you get better. I know. I'm a walking like quote book. I know. But if you spend a lot of time self-developing, you just like this stuff just like lives in your brain. It happens. I know. You just have you exactly do it scared, just do it. Rip the band-aid off and freaking try. It's okay to fail in the business. It's okay to fail at things, right? We call that iteration. It's not okay not to try. I don't care if you fail. Fail faster. Get through that pain, get through that growth period, fail faster and just do it. Because if you fail faster, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm good. All right. It was scary. I'm over it. All right. That's it, guys. That is it. All right. I'm gonna let you go. We're way past time. We're 8 minutes over, but sometimes we get going on these things and it's just hard to stop. But I love you guys. I'll see you soon. If you want to get promoted and you want to be a part of that record-breaking thing, go throw it in the Zoom chat right now. We'll get you on the calendar. We'll get you taken care of. We'll go quick. We'll get those done and we'll go rock out some premium. We'll get everybody promoted. Sound good? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I'll get this recording out when it processes like tomorrow, okay? See you.